Mentioned not liking Valentine's Day too much. So Christmas, I guess, is a different story.
It's a real holiday.
Okay.
It has some real factual meaning, right? So I'll take that one. Yeah. If someone can give me an explanation on Valentine's Day deal, I'm open ears.
I don't have it for you.
All
So.
right.
You feel like the team got the proper benefit out of the couple days off and back into the gym?
I mean, I'm honest. I mean, I don't know. How do I know? We've practiced well. We had probably one of our better practices of the year today. It was pretty competitive. They're pretty excited to be here, and that's really what you look for, that you guys are excited to be back and excited to play some more. And knowing what we got coming up, they need to be excited because there's a lot of opportunities out there for us.
Do you feel like – go ahead.
Oh. Isaac said he felt like one of the biggest changes in that Central Arkansas game was that the energy level was really higher. Have you seen them kind of keeping that up through practice today?
Yeah, I really have. Like I said, that's one of the things you're a little concerned about coming out of the break, right? Guys go home and get comfortable, and you imagine most of them don't do a whole lot of running on their own, even though you might encourage them to. But it was good for them to get away. The team had struggled for the last 3 weeks, better part of 3 weeks or so, in terms of finding ways to win games. So to leave here on a winning note, to get some time with their families, but to be excited to be back, I think is really, really important for us.
You mentioned using this break to evaluate things, look at some film. Were there things that you picked up on that you've been able to bring into these last couple practices?
Absolutely. And if you ask the guys, we started to wrinkle with some things offensively. The biggest thing is we got to find better ways to score, get better looks more consistently. We've struggled offensively, so really did some deep dives into what we're doing. Got to find ways to get, whether it's some better opportunities with the floor space, got to find ways to get ice in the paint a little bit more, to create openings and shots for guys who shoot the ball well, and specifically Lindy and Thomas, and now with Kurt back, as another guy who can really bring some offensive weaponry from the perimeter, just opening the floor a little bit more and giving those guys a little more freedom to be creators.
I know you said Mike Cunningham wasn't available against Central Arkansas. Where is he today? Is he going to be back?
Yeah, he'll be back. He's actually, it's one of those things you deal with sometimes. The weather was kind of crazy yesterday. In fact, Duncan texted me at 3:30 this morning that he just got back in the Stillwater, so he didn't make it back yesterday. And Cunningham should have arrived in Oklahoma City about an hour ago. So just travel issues.
Is Contravious Jones, do you expect him to be available again too?
Yeah, everybody's available. They were all available last week. It's just, again, we've got standards, and it's my job to uphold those and make sure guys understand that it's their duty to follow them, and when they don't, the consequences. I don't hold them forever, and at some point, those guys will have another opportunity to show they can help us on the court.
Have you seen them respond to that form of discipline?
Again, they've been fine. They both, I think, understood. The teammates know what the expectations are. They know. 18 to 22-year-olds don't always follow the game plan, so to speak. But you don't have a rule if you don't enforce it. And if all of a sudden we have a standard that's supposed to be set at a certain level, and someone gets outside that, and I don't do anything, then I've changed the standard, right? And then it's on me to make sure that guys are staying within bounds of what's expected from them from a behavioral standpoint. And once they do that, again, we move on, we try to support them and try to help make them better.
How nice is it for you to have this team back at full load right before you guys start Big 12 play?
It's huge. It's the one thing that we're a little worried about going into the season is, when are you whole? Obviously, not having Cunningham the first few games and not knowing about weather situation before the season started, hoping you get Kurt when you expected to get him, but you don't necessarily have full control over that. So to get to this point and now have a full complement of available guys, gives you what you want going into conference play is a healthy group, a group that's excited to play and knowing that we got a lot of challenges ahead of us.
What do you most want to see out of this next game?
I want to see us just play better. It sounds pretty generic, but I don't think we played great. I think we defended well in the first half the other day. I don't think we defended very well in the second half the other day. And part of it was we started kind of tinkering with our offense a little bit in that game. And so there was a little bit of unfamiliarity with where guys were supposed to be. So maybe a little cleaner offense, a little bit more cohesion defensively throughout the game. I'd like to continue to build on shooting free throws well, which we did the other day. And then we've got to take care of the ball better. Kind of look at the stats in our league, which I'm very aware of. That was one of the areas we struggled in. We haven't rebounded as well offensively. we haven't taken care of basketball as well. And those are two areas, if we don't do a better job of, we'll find ourselves in a tough spot going against the type of competition we'll face for the next 2.5 months.